Hello students, uh, due to students' demand, I'm here to discuss this program once again. This program is about the use of continuous statement and the break statement. You can be the part of discussion. If you think anywhere you need to ask something, you just ask. Let me now run this. Before actually executing this, let us see what is happening around this program. Okay. So this Excel I have opened to show you what is happening inside the RAM, because the technique that I'm going to discuss here right now will help you to understand any program. Any program. Actually, I suggest all the students, if you have got any new program, if you want to really understand that the working of it, you need to give some time. You need to understand the engineering in that program. Okay, to understand the engineering, you need to see all the gears moving, and to understand which gear is moving which one and how the machine is working, you need to observe it very clearly, and you need to observe and note down the important points. So the technique that I'm going to use it now will help you to understand all kind of programs. So before continuing to understand how actually any program works, you should keep one thing always in your mind, that program only the program only follows the instructions strictly. Whatever instructions you have given will be only done by the computer. It will not do anything less or more. It will do exactly what you have told. So now you have to understand what instructions are given, and see how well these instructions are arranged to get some task done. So always remember that the execution starts from the main function. So where is the main function? Find it. So this is the main function. Then what? And let us see. What's the first instruction? The first instruction says int sm equals 0 and n. Here what we are doing? We are simply making two variables. This is RAM, make variable sm, make it 0, and we are making n. Okay. And of course has the default value 0. Due to some reason, we need to sometimes specify the initial value, and we may not specify the value, but the default value in Java for such integer variables is 0. Now this much only has been done with this instruction, nothing else. That's it. I think this line number 6 is clear. Fine. Now what is this? Actually import, you know what it does? It just simply used to import the scanner class so that we could input. We are creating an object in is also created here. Okay, in is an object through which we'll call the function to input any number. Okay, now this is the message output. So let us make an output screen somewhere. Okay, let us make word, ms word as, or notepad. Okay, better to use notepad, huh? We'll use notepad as our output screen. Fine, this is the output screen, suppose. Now system.out.println, this is RAM, this is output screen. What it has to output? Enter number for sum. ये हमारा आउटपुट स्क्रीन पे आएगा. ठीक है, क्यों आएगा? क्योंकि ये लाइन अब एग्जीक्यूट हो रहा है. लाइन नंबर 8 is getting executed. While you are also trying to understand in program, you have to understand in this way initially, in the beginning, not always. You are novice students, so you need to do this. Once you have understood, no problem. Now see, loop has started. Loop, how to understand loop? So yes, int I is there. I is there, the loop variable. Fine. And how loop variables are understood? See the target, it will go till 20. It will go till 20. Okay, यहाँ पर दिखा दो कि भैया 20 तक ये जाएगा. फाइन, ये टारगेट हमारा है. इनिशियल वैल्यू क्या है भैया? 0 है. फाइन, ये 20 तक जाएगा. 20 के बाद ये लूप बंद हो जाएगा. ये अल्टीमेट टारगेट है 20. इस बीच भी बाहर जा सकते हैं हम लोग, और उसी के लिए हम लोग ब्रेक और कंटिन्यू यूज करते हैं, बट मैक्सिमम ये 20 तक जाएगा, उससे ऊपर ये नहीं जा सकता है. ओके, सो ये हमने बताया है, फाइन, ये टारगेट लिख दिए। लूपिंग कैसे करता है लूप का, आप ये देखिए कहां से कहां तक दायरा है लूप का। लूप यहां से यहां तक है। What things are being done inside loop? These things are done. How many times these things will done? This will be done 20 times, starting from 0 till 20. Yani 21 times they will be done, starting from 0 to till 20. So what has to be done? System.out with value of I. Okay. Now here comes the use of output screen. Value of I. I am executing just like computer executes, but I'm doing it slowly. Okay. Just to make you understand. What is the value of I? See the RAM. What's the value of I? It's 0. It will print 0. Now what? Make some space. Then line number 11 executed. Now come to 12. N equals n dot next 90. What is n? N is here already made. Now when this will executed, it will stop here and wait for your input. Yes, it will wait for your input. Suppose I entered any number like 45 and pressed enter. Then what will happen in the RAM? This 45 will go inside that RAM. Okay, 45 went there. यही होता है आपको मैं बता रहा हूँ. I'm executing the program just like computer do, but in my way, just to make the point clear to you. Now here comes this instructor. As I said, instructions are executed line by line. Now if n is less than 0, now the condition is there. If n, what is n? Look at RAM. N is 45. Kya 45 is less than 0? The answer will be no. It's not 0. So this statement became false. ये स्टेटमेंट, ये एक रिलेशनल स्टेटमेंट है. रिलेशनल स्टेटमेंट किसे कहते हैं? रिलेशनल एक्सप्रेशन किसे कहते हैं? द एक्सप्रेशन हैविंग रिलेशनल ऑपरेटर इन इट. So less than sign is a relational expression, and the result of relational expression is always in form of true and false. And the if condition only works if the statement is true. Okay, in case it is false, it doesn't work. So right now what is the case? The case is false because n, which is 45, is not less than 0. That's why it is false. So what has to be done when the condition is true? This has to be done, continue. But right now it doesn't reach continue, the line number 14. Why? Because this statement is false. So it is not executing the continue statement because it is false. Okay, then what it will do? It will come to this line number 16. Sm is equal to Sm plus n. Now this is the most important code. This code is used everywhere and this has a lot of importance. Now how to understand this particular code? Sm is equal to Sm plus n. Now what is the value of Sm? That is 0. This is what? This is assignment operator. Okay, assignment operator does what? It simply assigns the value. Assigns what? It simply assigns the value in the right hand side to the variable in the left hand side. So this is in the right hand side and this is in the left hand side. So what is the expression in the right hand side? The expression says Sm plus n. Now what is Sm plus n? So what is the value of Sm variable? The value of Sm variable is 0. And what is the value of n variable? This is n. So this operation will be executed. This will become 0 plus 45. So Sm's new value will be what? 45. So put it here 45. The variable, the real meaning of variable you will see now here. Variable means which keep on changing, which keep on varying, which varies simply. Now it has varied and now it has become Sm, that is 45. Fine. Now this line come after that. System.out.print a value of Sm equal to Sm. Okay, then value of Sm equals, what is the value of Sm? See the RAM, that is 45. So 45 will be the output. Now what? If Sm is greater than 100, अगर Sm का वैल्यू 100 से ज्यादा होगा तो क्या करना है? ब्रेक. तो चेक करते हैं भाई. What is the value of Sm? That is 45. So is it greater than 100? No. Again this if condition became false. This you must know that if condition only works when the given expression is true, not false. This is another relational expression having greater than sign on it, and of course I said it that the ultimate result of any relational expression is in form of true and false. So Sm is greater than 100? No, false. So this break will also not be executed. So what is after this? After this curly brace is there. So whenever the curly brace of the loop normally loop is encountered, it goes back and checks the condition whether the value of I is less than or equal to 20. So what is the value of I? So I'd like to add there, students, meanwhile all these things are going on as it comes to there, then the value of I automatically increased according to the given criteria we have given to add 1 to I. So now meanwhile all these things are happening, the I has become 1. Yes, this is what happens. It also changed, it also varied because it's also a variable. Now when this condition is checked whether this I is less than or equal to 20, then what is the value of I? It's now 1. Is it less than or equal to 20? Yes, it is less than, not equal to, but it is less than 20. Okay, then means ki it will again enter the loop and do these things again. Okay, fine. So what thing has to be done again? So this thing has to be done. Value of I, let us not type it, copy it. So again it will print because it is following the instruction and nothing is in between that. Value of I is now 1. Look at the RAM is 1. Now it is 1. Fine. Come down. Again it is asking for some number. Again it will be waiting for some number. In dot next int. Okay. This time let us give it minus 78 or any other number. So when I pressed enter after giving minus negative number, the value of n has changed and now has become 78. Fine. What's the instruction after this? The instruction after this is if n is less than 0. So what is the value of n? Which is minus 78. This time it is less than 0. Yes. Now this is the time when this condition became true. This condition became true. So it's the time when this particular statement will be executed. Continue will be executed. Now what will happen when continue will be executed? So this is the important point that you have to understand. When continue encounters, it simply goes back to this line number 9. It leaves all the things, it leaves everything, and it simply continues the loop and go back to this for loop. And meanwhile the value of I has changed, has become 2. ठीक है, जब तक जैसे ही ये अंदर घुसता है ना बाबू, ये अपने आप बदल जाता है, ये इंक्रीमेंट हो जाता है, it became 2. Okay, so now it became 2 and the loop continued. It left all these things because continue does this. It just simply continues the loop. It leaves rest of the things and continues the loop. And now the looping restarts and now the value of I has got 2. Then what? This has to be executed again. Yes. So what? Value of I is now 2. Come down. Then again it will ask for the number because this instruction will be executed again. So this time let us give some number like 15 or any number. So what will happen? This time the value of n will become 15. Yes, this happens. You'll have to be very, familiar or very clear about these things, that these things happens. The value of n again changed and it became now 15. So what's the instruction after this? This instruction is again after this. So is n is less than 0? क्या n 0 से छोटा है? तो देखो भाई क्या है? This 15 is not less than 0. So this statement this time became false. So it will come down, and downside what is there in line 16? Sm is equal to Sm plus n. So the same thing will happen. So what is the value of Sm? Sm value is seen in the RAM, which is 45. Now what is the value of n? It's 15. So 45 plus 15, it became 60. So the Sm new value of Sm is 45 plus 15, that is 60. Yes. Now system.out value of Sm. Do it. Value of Sm equals, what is the value of Sm? Look at the RAM, that is 60. Fine. Now if Sm is equal to 100, क्या Sm 100 से बड़ा है? तो सीधा Sm, no, it's 60. It's not greater than 100. Then what? Then this becomes false, and so this break will not be executed because this has become false. So it will not be executed. So it counters this, and meanwhile all these things was happening, the value of I has changed and has become 3. So it checked whether 3 is less than 20. Yes. So it entered the loop back, and again it is asking value of I is 3 this time. Okay. Now what? Again asking for the number. This time let us do something and again enter any negative number like -4. Then the value of n has become -4. What is happening to the other values that we have entered to the n? They are all getting erased. You cannot recover them back. Okay, that's vanishing. So this time it is again -4. Now it will again check this. Is n is less than 0? This time again n is less than 0. So what it will do? It will again continue. Now what will happen? The value of I has got 4, and then it again came to this point, and then again print this message value of I now, which has become 4. Now again it will ask for the number. This time enter some number like 50. So n's value has become now 50. Now is n is less than 0? See n, what is n? N is 50, is not less than 0. So this statement this time became false. So it will not be executed. So this will be executed. What will be the new value of Sm? The existing value of Sm, that is 60, plus the value of n, which is now 50. So 60 plus 50, it became 110. Okay. So now print the value of Sm. So copy it and paste it. Value of Sn is 110. Okay. And then what? It has been printed. Now, if sum is greater than 100, क्या sum का value 100 से ज़्यादा है? Check करो. Sum is 110. Yes, it is greater than 110. So this time, this statement became true. True. This if statement became true, and break encounters, and break is executed now. So what does the break do? It simply takes you out of this loop. I mean this block. It takes you out of the block, and this block is of loop. So it takes you out of the what? The block. So after coming out, now see what has happened. So far the value has already changed and it has become 5, and it came out of the loop. And now it didn't go and it went back and checked whether it is true and false, because the break statement forcefully takes you out of the block. Now it jumped back out of the block, and in line number 22 it came. Now what is line number 22? Line number 22 says, what did it says? Key final value of Sm after exit from loop. What is the final value? 110. So this is this will be the output, final output. And then what is the instruction after this? There's nothing to do. So program ended. Okay. Now add one more line here. Value of I भी देख लेते हैं हम लोग, what is happening with I, but for more clarity. चलो ये सब हो गया. Now let us execute it actually, and we'll give the same set of numbers that we have given. This is recorded in the notepad screen, so we know what we have to give. So let us magnify this so that we could see the output clearly. And Java again. What is the name of the class? Breakpoint. Okay. Can't find the symbol I. Okay. Can't find the symbol I. Why? Because I is defined inside the loop, and when it comes out of the loop, the life of I ends. That's why. If you want to see the value of I, then what we need to do? we need to specify int I here. Okay. Okay. Then we can also see what has happened to I. Nothing has changed. The place where I has declared is changed only, so that it will be available in whole block, means whole main function. Okay, now compile it back. Now it's okay. Now see it working. And this time what we are going to do, we'll run this program and we'll see these things will happen line by line. Let us just magnify this, enlarge it, and see it working nicely the way we executed. Okay. Look. Enter number for sum. Enter number, value of I is 0. Now let us input 45. Now see, value of sum 45, value of I 1. Okay, now this time I input 78. Value of I is 2. Okay, now this time input 15. Value of sum 60. Now value of I is 3. Now enter minus 4. Value of I is 4. Now this time input 50. Now value of sum 110, and final value of sum from after exiting loop is 110, and value of I is 4. Okay, actually it will be 4 because it didn't encounter the curly brace. When it encountered curly brace, then it changes. It's okay, no problem. So since it just came out from here, it didn't reach here, so it didn't incremented. When it reaches the curly brace, then it incremented. It is incremented, so it didn't reach here. It simply come out of the loop. So the value of I remained 4. So this is how, dear students, the program works, and you all have to, I mean, understand any program this way. Look, this was a very simple program, but how much time it took to understand properly for a new user? It took around how much time it took? It took just around 20 minutes. So this is how the program works. I hope I have made this program clear to you all. Thank you. Let us also once see that what will happen if we'll put this line, just cut it and paste it just before this, and save it, and yes, compile it back, and now run and see the difference. Now you will see that see what happens. Now here it is not there, it is here. Value of I first printed and then sum for sum. Enter any number like 45. Then again it did everything, and again it executed enter for sum. Now again any number like minus 78, and then enter any number for sum like 15, then minus 4, the same thing we are doing, and then again 60. So it is working. 45 plus 15 plus 60, 120. So just putting this statement inside this will make this program a little more clear to you. So please watch this video multiple times and make your point very clear. Thank you very much.